morning, the Chairman, Human Rights Defender, and Access to Justice Advocacy Centre, our legal department, able viewers, co-comrades. We have a case reported in this office by one Mrs. Bashirat Olatunji, who is based in US, against one Mr. Olusegun, Mr. and Mr. Olusegun Orilaja, also based in Nigeria. This is a case of landlord and tenant. Please join us as we interview the parties. We'll put call across to the complainant in US as we have the accused persons in our office here for interview and how we can have a peaceful resolution. Thank you.
Morning.
Good morning. All right, I believe we are connected to you properly now.
Right?
We cannot hear you. I don't know why. Can you just be audible enough so that we can hear you out?
I'm in the car.
Are you driving? Should we cancel the case?
Yeah,
You said what, madam?
I'm parking now. I'm in the car because let me park. Okay. Okay, I'm here now.
Your voice is still very far. Your voice is still very faint.
Okay. How about this? You hear me now?
We'll hear you. Go ahead. We'll have Mr. Orelaja in our office.
Okay.
What is the issue? Tell us and how we can resolve.
Okay, then Mr. and Mrs. Laja. It's Nigerian service, not here.
It's not Nigerian service. We can hear other people. We have called other people from other country. Please, you have to speak up or we cancel this case, please.
I'm in the car.
These people cannot hear you. How can we be handling case and we cannot hear you? Then you speak up or increase the volume of your phone.
Okay, I don't want to. What about now? You hear me now?
Go ahead. The one we can hear. If we do not hear, we'll take the resolution on your behalf.
No,
then we'll send the message.
Like in 2018, they find they want to rent this one flat. Okay, they moved in January. The rent starts in January because they moved in December 18. And this year, they're supposed to pay their rent this year.
The parking when? When did they rent the house from you, madam?
Excuse me?
When did they rent the house from you?
January 2000, this year.
They rent the apartment from you this year, January?
No, they moved there in December 2018.
They moved in December 2018?
Yes, but the rent starts January.
Okay.
So, since last October 2019, my caretaker go to them and tell them to remind them, give them something to remind them. But this year, in January, I didn't say nothing. So my caretaker called me that they didn't pay the rent yet. And I said, okay, talk to them. And I called his wife. I said, you didn't pay the caretaker called me. What happened? They give them more time. So since that time, the caretaker always called me. I don't think this man wants to pay. And I said, okay, if they don't have money to pay, you can tell them to go. No problem.
Baba, you can't hear her.
They can move because we have an issue on the light already. Until I tell the NEPA to take the light out, that's when they go to pay the light. Then I tell the woman that time, so I said, we're going to have problems. because now they didn't pay light and you still going to pay rent. So how is going to possible? He said they will pay you. It's okay, and I leave it like that. So after March, I think March is pandemic. I said, okay, so what is going to happen? Yeah, the husband always say you want to go and get checked somewhere. You want to go and get checked. He just giving me kind of excuses. That's what the caretaker telling me. So I said, okay, tell them to move out. The money they want to give me, they can use it to go and rent another apartment. And no problem.
How much is the rent? How much is the rent?
300,000.
What kind of apartment?
3-bedroom apartment, 2 bathroom and 1 storage.
How many months have they delayed in the payment?
How many what?
How many months? When did the rent expired?
It expired since January.
January this year.
Yes.
2020. How much is the NEPA bill they are owing?
Excuse me, ma.
How much is the NEPA bill they are owing?
Oh, right now I don't know how much because that time when they take it out, they pay some and they put it back. Right now I don't know, maybe 9,000. I'm not even talking about NEPA bill now because they pay money that time, but right now I don't know.
It's all right. We'll leave NEPA bill out of it since you don't. Okay, we'll leave NEPA bill out of it since you don't know.
No, yeah, I don't because my caretaker know that.
It's all right. Okay, Mr. Aurelaja, right? Good morning, sir.
Morning, ma'am.
Okay, you speak out so that she can equally hear you because there's no way she can hear when you are not loud. You heard what she said. Please respond back to what she said.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I'm happy to be here to come and defend the accusation.
Okay, sir.
We got the letter from you for us to report.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why we are here with my wife.
Okay.
Now, we have issues with the landlord and the landlady. I mean,
Okay.
the landlady and her husband, who is the acting landlord. Now, we paid for that apartment last week in December 2018.
Last week.
Last week in December 2018.
That is close to
End of the year,
end of the year,
2018.
this is 23 on 23rd of December, which is 2018.
Between 20. Okay, let's say December 2018.
18. Now, we moved in on January 1st, 2019.
How many years did you pay?
1 year, and 300,000. We paid 300,000 for 1 year
Okay.
and 30,000 refundable deposit,
Okay.
making 330,000.
Okay. So you pack in 2019.
19 January.
January.
1st.
Okay.
Yes. Now, when we moved in there, we had issues there because we raised it. Now, this is a new house. There is no prepaid meter. He said, we want you to give us prepaid meter. He said, you provide it. Then we moved in. It was when we got there that UV started doing the wiring. We complete the wiring of the house. Then the first issue we had there was water. When we moved in, about 3, 4, 5 months when we moved in, there was water problem. The borehole back door. We called the repairer to come and do it. They came, they said it was wiring problem and that it was going to cost us 10,000 naira. We paid. The tenants, we are 2 tenants there.
All right.
Occupying 2 flats there of the uncompleted building.
Yeah.
So we repaired it and we are there. February this year, there was problem again with the borehole. We called the acting landlord, that is her husband, to come and see it. He came He removed the borehole, and up till now he has not returned it since February, and this is July.
Okay.
With this COVID-19 pandemic problem, when we have to watch and do this, do that, we have to be buying water and fetching water locally
From outside.
from now till up till now. That is the water problem. He has not returned the borehole since February this year.
Okay.
Now, electricity problem. Now, I said earlier on that it should provide us with prepaid meter. They didn't. Now, there was issue, NEPA problem all around us. And NEPA people came and disconnected almost all the houses around. Well, my wife informed me, and then we called the co-tenant, the one sharing there. We paid almost everything on the bill, the remaining 5,000 naira.
How much did you pay on the bill?
Then we paid 20-something thousand.
Did you have the receipt? How did you pay it? Pay to NEPA?
No,
Yes.
When we were told, I didn't come with it. When we were told to that the landlord asked them to.
No, don't go to that.
So we paid the bill with Charlotte.
You paid
She
how
was
much?
aware.
20,000 plus.
20,000 plus.
20,000 plus was paid.
Okay.
Now, assuming we paid yesterday, then the following day, NEPA came again to come and disconnect us. I was annoyed. Then I phoned the NEPA people. Why did you come to disconnect the house again? He said the landlady phoned from America to disconnect us.
That
So
the
what?
landlady said that you should be disconnected.
Yes.
Based on their standing 5,000.
That's what I'm saying. If there's 5,000, you can phone from America to say they disconnect us. Is that fair?
And why will the NEPA officials also listen to the landlord that is
That
not
is what
based in Nigeria to come and disconnect
That is
your
what I
light
can't understand.
in your house?
I can't understand. And we have
Who exactly did you call in NEPA office?
I think if I check my records, you get the
Is
name.
it the manager or is it some of the NEPA staff?
The
that
people that go up and down. The person that came to disconnect us
Yeah.
is the one I phoned, and then he told me that the landlady phoned from America that they should disconnect
You're
us.
supposed to have get that person arrested.
No, I thought we can just like landlord and tenant.
No, that is not landlord about tenant. This is discomfort. That is a
And I told him that
even
even NEPA is wrong, because to disconnect me, you have to give me 2 weeks notice.
Yes.
You don't just come and disconnect me.
Yeah.
And then we paid yesterday, today you come and disconnect us. For what?
Or to have arrested that person and even petition him to that place. You would have allowed it.
Just 5,000 outstanding, and then you phone from America that they should disconnect us.
Go ahead.
That was the second issue. Then the third issue is the rentage. Now,
Have the light been restored?
yes, it has been installed. But now the problem is pending now, because the co-tenant has packed out since May ending.
And with outstanding bill.
Outstanding bill,
Accumulated
and then NEPA doesn't come to read meter, they bring estimated bill, and they be bringing it now, and we will not pay. We are only going to pay half of the bill they bring, because they bring for 2 flats.
Yeah.
So, and that one is hanging now.
Okay.
Now for the rentage became due 1st of January this year.
Yeah.
So okay, the caretaker came in late January to demand
The rent.
the rentage. I said, look, give us some time. Then in February he came. I said, look, I have 200,000 naira now. Let me give you 200,000. Remaining 100,000. He said, no, I should wait. He wants to take clearance from the landlady first.
Yeah.
If he should take the 200,000. And then he came back and said, the woman said we should not pay 200,000. That we want it in bulk. I said, okay, give us some time. That was around middle of February this year. March this year, pandemic came in. Everybody was grounded. Nothing could be done again. And then he said, look, You can see nobody can go out. My business, more or less, is in Abuja. There is interstate lockdown. There is air lockdown. There is no way I can get anything for you now. Give me some time. And I said, if they unlock today, within 3-4 weeks after the unlocking, I'll be able to go to Abuja, raise some funds, and come and settle you. That was the last discussion with them. And as I'm talking to you, I said, we have 150,000. If they can take 150,000 now, give us some time. When I go, we get out. I mean, they just started, they unlocked air travel yesterday. So give me some time. I will go to Abuja, raise some funding, and come and pay you. That is what I can do as far as the rentage is concerned.
Mrs. Basirat, can you hear Baba?
I hear it,
You say?
I hear it, but not everything.
Because we don't also hear you too. We don't hear much of your words
Madam.
too. So if you don't hear, which one do you hear that you want to respond to?
Okay. With due respect, I cannot say Agbalagba, an old man saying like, before they move to that house, the wire is already complete and the borehole is there. And it is said about the light. That man there owed 25,000. And the other lady that has the rent the second apartment, she's the one that always pays the money they say. The woman is complaining that I'm the only one that pays this light.
Hold on. Madam, hold on and listen to us. Can you listen to us? Can you listen to us? If you are talking, you also listen whether we want to call your attention.
Okay.
You said who is owing 25,000?
And both of them.
Which?
And
hold on. 25,000 is for what? 25,000 is for what?
For the light.
Light.
Yes.
Okay, what stopped you in installing a prepaid meter in that house?
The meter?
Yes.
Even the meter, they're supposed even to put the meter. There's no, madam, there's no meter. And the meter people come. They saw the meter people. They come there to install the meter. But the pandemic, they don't let them install it. We have the paper, everything.
When did you apply? When did you apply for the meter?
We applied for the meter in January when they start owing money. I said, okay, I'm going to put the meter. So then we went for that. But before the meter, that is how they're holding money.
But you're supposed to have fixed the meter. I applied for the meter, so you are building your house before you bring in a tenant. Hold on, madam. Hold on. Don't cut me off, please. If I'm talking, you listen to me. Before you bring in tenants to your house, you are supposed to install meter, because this estimated bill have caused a lot of issues between landlords, tenants, and NEPA officials. Because we cannot imagine you yourself paying a bill that you did not consume. You understand? If you are to pay what you did not a bill that you did not consume, is painful. You know, we all know the issue of supply of electricity in Nigeria. If you have light, if they supply you light 4 or 5 times in a month, and they are asking you to pay 10,000, and you know what you are asked to pay, you did not consume that. It's like a waste of money. So to avoid the issue of these estimated bills and all this, you ought to have installed prepaid meter in your house before you allow them in. All this thing ought to have been sorted out from the beginning. No, don't park in until the meter is is being installed. Or they said, okay, we can, our lights cannot be reading except to have prepaid meter, or we cannot park in until we have everything expected to fix in the house to be there before the parking. So the issue is from both sides. they packing based on the fact that you promised to install prepaid meter.
I didn't promise them, man.
Okay, are you to excuse me? Listen to me, please, because you are living in a Western world and you cannot do that. You don't expect your landlord to do that to you also. How can you expect somebody to live in your house without prepaid meter? And you are expecting the person to be paying estimated bills for what? Please, that aside, that meter and light is different. Let's talk about the rent aspect of it. If the NEPA go there, they know how to resolve. If they don't want to be paying, if they are estimating, they will be paying based on that. But you don't need to instruct anybody to go and disconnect them. You have to apply for prepaid meter. Let them go and install it. They should have you where you are saying you are not paying bill on installation. You pay bill based on your consumption. Are you paying bill in London, in US there, based on estimation? Is it not by what you consume? So why are you comparing people in your house in Nigeria to be paying based on estimated bills?
The water.
Then water is part of necessity that ought to be in your house. Why did your husband remove what is it called, the borehole machine to fix and never return back, and they have to be fetching water from outside, buying water from outside? Why?
Okay, madam, about the machine, is the machine. They say the guy that's going to repair the thing, they take it with him. The guy is the one that removed it. It's not my husband. And we give it to the guy, and the guy said, that's what they told me, that the pandemic, he cannot go out. They don't permit them to go out. They just allow them to go out. And the guy now, we calling the guy. We don't see the guy. And I said, okay, I'm going to buy another one. Even the lady that is at the back, the same thing I told her, let me do some construction. It's a new house. There's 4 tenants. So they didn't bring it. That is not our fault. Because they're calling the guy is living in there. The guy is not responding. And we have to buy another one.
You remove...
Because we don't see the guy. The guy take it to go and repair it. I don't know. He's there. Even when he was there, he's the only one that using it. The first time that it's spoiled. And this time now, he said it's spoiled. It's a new machine we put here, but we don't know. Maybe whatever. And they have to repair it. And we don't see the guy. I have to buy another one.
Okay, hold on. Let me just tell you some you landlord and the tenants, some tenants that are listening to me. This office one is not police station. We don't collect bribe from nobody. This office will stand for justice on both sides, both landlord and tenants. What is necessary to be fixed in your house? You cannot have a comfort and completed building without discomforting your tenants, and that the same tenants want to stand on not paying his or her rent as at when due. Really want to stand to talk, let's just be fair, let's be sincere to ourselves. Mostly some of you that live in the Western world, that have all your comfort to yourself, you want to build house in Nigeria, out mostly commercial house, and you are not living. Consider the person that is going to take over. I mean, you are going to rent out your apartment to. Give that person the necessity he or she needs in your house to have the comfort of what they are paying for. Water is very necessary. Electricity is very necessary. And other things that are really necessary in your apartment. You know what it is apart from pandemic. You have your house, you are living, then you want to cook, probably the woman or the man, you see that the man is aged, whether he's living there or not. If you don't have a house help or you don't have little ones that you need to send to assist you bringing water, then you'll be compelled to be paying malams to be supplying you water, which you don't even know the source of the water, where they are bringing the water from. One, that is risk to the health. Another thing is the money. the expenses being incurred in paying mallam supplying you water on daily basis, except you are a dirty person. If you are not dirty, you need to wash, you need to flush, you need to cook, you need to wash your plate. All these things that people need water for. And there is no way you will have a neat apartment where water is running compared to where they are fetching water to from outside to the staircase or to the room, and all these things. Is not really good. You must give the comfort first in your house, then you begin to stand on your rights when your tenant begins to default in payment. Okay, they have removed the borehole. If they want to calculate how much they have used in buying water since February till now, that is another case. Then the estimated bills that they are bringing, you comparing, instructing NEPAL official to disconnect them while you are not here, and it is your responsibility to give them prepaid meter. They are not supposed to be estimated while they should have their prepaid meter. That is also wrong. There are so many things that make tenants to deny you payment or standing on their ground of not paying, and that at most it may result in going to court. So the issue now is how we should have a peaceful resolution. It's not even about them going out. Going out is not the problem. But what about other tenants that will be coming in? Do you still want to rent the apartment out without prepaid meter, without water? You seize water, you are saying that the person is not coming, you need to buy a new one. You have to buy it and replace. But some of you feel disconnecting tenants, removing roof, disconnecting the light, disconnecting water is a way of paying the person or making the person feel uncomfortable for you to have your rent, which is not so. That person can sue you for that too. Then both of you will sue each other, rentage and also discomfort and other bills that the person have paid incur in the course of what the disconnection that you have you did in their apartment, even though you are the owner of the house. Baba,
Yes, ma'am.
you said first that you offered 200,000 to pay the balance.
Yes.
February this year. You cannot take, because one, the apartment is not your apartment. You are already in arrears. You offer 200,000. You are appealing for them to exercise patience,
Yes.
and we'll go into to the pandemic, and we all know that things are not really moving the way it ought to be. And I heard again, except I misunderstood you, that you gave the person, you still said you have 150,000.
No.
There are,
No.
yeah, because there are things we don't also tolerate here too. You cannot give 200,000, then you now say you have 150,000. We don't take that. You are an aged person, and I expect you to behave like your age. You are a learned person, you are exposed, and when you speak with people that are learned, their way of life is quite different from people that are not really learned. Their way of response, their attitude, the way they handle things, the way they think is quite different. So we are expecting you to say, okay, I have added up to what I have offered before. Or because of the pandemic, things are not moving, I still have the money and I'm ready to undertake to pay up the balance as so time immediately. That is how people that want peace, people that really have genuine thoughts of dealing with person with conscience can behave.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
why did you say
I
150,000?
agree with you.
Yeah.
Now, you see, as I said, in February, things were not this tough. As I said, I told the caretaker there is 200,000 down for you now.
Yeah.
He said no, that you want to take care of us, and the woman said no. But the pandemic came in. Those who are even owing me are not paying. I cannot make more money. She cannot get out to do her business, and you know, with children around here and there, things were going out, nothing coming in.
No, there are certain things. There are things you don't do. Because if you said you offer 200,000, they've not collected from you. You are living in somebody's apartment. The same way you need money to feed, to clothe, to pay. No children is going to school for now. So the basic things you think you want to, responsibility as a father to your children, you want to take, you also know that this money is untouchable because that money belongs to person, and you are living in somebody's house. It's not your house. She also need money. The lockdown is everywhere. She's also locked down where she is, even if they started moving the skeleton. So you also know that she also need money to take care of her own personal needs, because it's a commercial building. It's not a personal house. She's not living there. She built the house for a purpose. So she will need that money, because you don't have any reason to go and be removing the money except you just really want trouble. Except you want trouble, and that is why you started spending from the money where she refused that she's not going to take. And even if you are appealing, coming to this office, I have the 200 to give to her. Please let her exercise patience for me. I will pay up the balance now, and I still promise not to owe her, and promise to be paying my bill, I mean my rent as I do. And that is how things should be done. So if we want to mediate in this matter, we will need the 200,000 you have offered. Then we'll plead to her. Except otherwise, I'm not speaking her mind, because what she wanted, you've had her, she wants you people out of the house. Except you want to use the 150,000 to go and rent another apartment, then you vacate her house, let her just forfeit the money you are owing, which within yourself, for your age, you have children, and you don't wish somebody to live in your house without paying. Then it's another debt on your head. Even if you die, you know you are owing somebody, that you are owing somebody's rent that you did not pay. So we should do things with conscience.
Yes, ma'am, I don't want to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I have said we are ready to pay her.
Is the 300,000 complete now?
No. This is, give us Friday next week to pay 200,000, and give us before end of this month pay the 100,000. I don't want to owe her.
Hold on. And are you listening? Aside that, because before you get into her apartment, you saw that there was no prepaid meter. Number one.
I saw it, and I mentioned it to her and to the acting landlord, the husband. And they said they promised they are going to put the prepaid meter there.
Which period? What is the space period they promised that he was going to put the prepaid meter?
He said they are going to pay for it. They are going to provide it.
No specific time.
No specific time. They didn't give me February or January or they said they are going to make it happen, because I insisted on it. That I want prepaid meter.
Okay, how much did NEPA give to you? How much did they estimate every month?
Between 4 and 5.
Now, that is now. But before it's 7,000 plus. 7,200 and something.
7,200
last year. The average was 7,000 last year.
But now,
this
how
year,
much are they?
Between 4 and 5.
What are the appliances you use in your house?
You have TV, fridge.
No, freezer.
And
fans.
You have AC?
No.
You don't have AC? Okay, if NEPA is giving you estimation in 3-bedroom apartment for 4,000 naira every month, you are to pay that bill. You are not to half the bill. Do you know why? If you have prepaid meter, because I have prepaid meter, if you have prepaid meter and you are using freezer, you cannot use 2,000 naira for freezer for 1 to 2 weeks with prepaid meter. Yes. With prepaid meter, you can't use freezer and use what is it called? Use television and use fan, mostly freezer, that you can use 2,000 naira in 2 weeks, that you will not end finishing the what is it called? The credit you load in your prepaid card. So if they are giving you 4,000 naira every month for 3-bedroom apartment, the whoever that is reading or estimating the bill is overfair to you people. So go and clear the bill. Do you understand what I'm saying, sir? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I said, do you understand what you're saying?
Eh?
Yes.
Okay. That is no overestimation.
We haven't said overestimation. I said
you said you are paying her. Hold on.
Flats were sharing it.
Sharing 4,000.
7,000 before.
7,000, but now it's 4,000.
Around 4, 5, 4, 7.
During this pandemic issue, yeah, maybe like last month they brought 4,700.
Okay, then the 2 flats, is the tenant still there?
She left May ending.
She left May ending. But if she left May ending and they're estimating, then you, instead of you have to write to NEPA. That's your co-tenants have packed out of the place. So if they're estimating, they will know how much they're estimating. So you have to put everything in writing. Because if they come there, they will disconnect. And if you connect back, it's an offense. So if you are not ready to be paying the 4,000 whatever, write to the Nepal official, the manager or the area that is controlling your house, that a tenant, social tenant have packed out. So it's only left with 1 flat. So if you write this month, next month if they want to send you bill, they will check the letter, then they will estimate based on that flat.
Take note of that and write them.
You understand?
Yes.
Mrs. Bashirat. Hello. Mrs. Bashirat.
Excuse me, now.
Yeah.
Something. What I wanted to say is that initially we have 150 with us here. We can make that 150,000 into our account today.
No.
Or
the case now is between you and this office.
Okay.
Not her again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we do it that way?
That.
Maybe we should make the payment of 150 today. Then on before the Friday, he said we had this 50,000 to it. And if we even see more than that, we can still add to it.
Then the balance will be paid when?
August ending.
And you are approaching another towards end of that. I hope, because
there won't be any problem after this one.
Initially, the this thing should be ending at February ending. I mean January ending, not even January 1st. Initially, I moved it on the 2nd. I went there on the 1st to see
rent did not end ahead, and rent always end behind. I don't know how you are calculating your 28 days or year to year. Okay. You cannot say you passed February this thing, so you end. No, it's supposed to even end before that time. You are going to, aside that, you are going to write undertaking not to default in your payments. Because if you default in the payments, I think we will guide you on the undertaking which you are not going to take. But if you like the house, you know that who owns the house needs his or her money. So you can't be keeping and be delaying. At the end of the day, if you pay your rent at due, no landlord will have any whatever to come and be talking here and there. Pay your rent, pay your NEPA bill, keep yourself, keep the apartment neat and the environment the same way it ought to be as a normal human being. Your landlord will also respect you. You don't have business with the person. You live there. When you build your own house, you pack out and go on with your life.
I just think maybe it's the caretaker that is giving you false information, giving that false information. That's what I see.
Hello, ma.
Yeah, there is so much noise from your end. That is why you are not hearing it. Eh?
I knew that. I'm sorry. I'm the same place I am. I don't know how.
Okay. One. I still tell you the purpose of this opening this office is not to create more problem for people, but to find a way of resolving conflicts. We still want to appeal to you on behalf of these people, though they did not do well, but every other thing will go into writing, which they will not default. One, Baba wife that is staying there, I believe you are watching us and you heard what she said. They will make the payment of 150,000 now. Then before Friday, they will pay up the balance. Are you with me? Are you with me?
Yes. Yes.
Please give me your attention. I have so many cases today. I don't want to spend more than 3 minutes in this your case again.
Okay. Wait, can I ask you?
Hello?
Hello, can I ask you something?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is it possible
Yeah.
they can leave the thing so I can finish it, I can redo it in, so redo everything before I want to put meter. Since he said they promised meter, I want to put meter now, and I want to do every other thing because I don't know what to say. If it can go with the money, it's okay. Even if you want me to give some, it's okay. So to do it to do everything, because the wiring is there before it comes here, and we never talk about meter.
Okay,
This
what you
year
will do,
we talk
madam,
about
madam,
meter.
listen to me. Hold on. If you are not comfortable with the resolution, what you will do is this: take your time, go and serve them notice. If they did not give, then tell your lawyer you people should approach court.
Miss Queen, you know why I said that? You think it's 200 that he said he's going to give Friday. I'm going to call you back and see.
No, well, that is what we are going to end. We have to end this case now. Don't call me behind after this case. If you want
I'm
to
not
talk,
calling you behind. It's okay.
all right.
I'm so sorry if I said something that is offended.
So
I'm sorry.
if you want, I want to, some of you, even if I'm managing your property, I don't manage property to create problem for who owns the property, neither to create problem for who is renting your property. What you should think of is a peace. Then even if you want them out, there is a procedure of you removing tenant from your house. So if you are getting angry because I'm telling you the truth, Chaizega, I don't care. The truth is what I stand for. Go and fix the necessary things that is important. You will write undertaking. They will write undertaking, and even that undertaking, they are not going to default in their next payment, for sure. If they default, leave them with us. We will know how to handle issues like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So are you doing all right? Please still be on. Are you doing transfer of the 150 now, or you have the cash? Do transfer to this human rights account. Okay. Then they'll write undertaking to pay the balance on Friday, and end of August, the total balance will be paid, and they'll still write undertaking, and henceforth they will not default in their rentage. Anything contrary to that, we should take instant legal action against them, and they have to be removed out of the house.
I'm sorry to even, they are not even, once we pay that 100,000, we are going to leave the place by December.
No problem.
So,
December ending, that doesn't mean you are not going to pay
the balance, the renting will expire.
Okay.
Yes. So 31st December. So we quit the place.
All right. So if they renew the rent, yes, they are packing out. They are packing out in the on the date of the expiration of this rent, end of December. So they will sign it then.
The Friday that they are paying
the balance, but they are paying
next week Friday.
On or before then.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
I'm very grateful.
No problem. All right, thank you viewers, thank you for joining us. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV. This case is not permitted to be uploaded, neither shared in any other social media except on Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Facebook page, and on our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.